Hey guys, welcome to the channel, welcome to the vlog. It's Car Connections. Make sure you subscribe and turn on your notification button. 2022 Ford Mach 1, first drive. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take the Mach 1 on, call it its first drive. As you guys know, I've owned the car for about 2 weeks, maybe a little longer. But I haven't brought you guys on board just to give you my overall experience on the ride. Right now I have it in Sport Plus, and I have it set on S all the way down. This is an automatic. For you guys just joining the channel, no, it's not a stick. Yes, you can give me a hard time. I'm a big boy. I'll be all right. You could also have a My Ford or My mode, which is pretty cool. So I have that already set up too. And as you guys can see right now, I have it in the track setting in regards to the digital cluster. So you can also, what's pretty neat is set it to your liking. You can set the exhaust noise the way you like it. You could set how you want the car to feel in regards to like normal, sport, track, so on and so forth. And I typically have mine set up right now, even in my mode, it's on Sport Plus with the track exhaust on, because I want the sound of this 5.0 in all its glory, for sure. You guys can see from a distance out there, it looks like we're gonna get lucky today in Houston, I hope, and it's gonna rain. And of course, this car will be put back into the garage before that happens, because your boy will not be driving this car with these tires. I did drive her, I don't know, about a week ago. I posted a vlog about driving her in the rain. To be fair, it was rain, but it wasn't rain, if you know what I mean, right? It was just kind of like a light drizzle, and so I just don't want to risk it. A lot of comments on the channel around, will I be upgrading the tires? I think I am. I'm leaning that way. You know, it is about a $1,800 expense. Michelin 4S Super Sport tires, if you go through Tire Rack, they're going to cost you about $1,500. But who knows? I might go through Discount Tire, and I will be extremely vigilant to make sure they don't scuff up my wheels. You guys know that that's a big problem. One thing I will tell you, which is pretty neat around Discount, is that I've taken cars there before, and when you bring in specialty cars like the one I'm in right now, it's been my experience that they actually have specific people that will actually work on your car. It's not just anybody, which is props to Discount that they don't have, you know, rookie people getting on your car and potentially ruining your wheels. All right, let's do a quick little test here. I'm gonna try to zoom in here just to see how these gears shift, because it is incredible. Here we go. Now for you big Mustang or Ford fanatics out there, the car has gone, it's over its break-in period. It has a little bit over 600 miles. And then for your other Ford fanatics out there, and it's not just Ford, again, I've been around Mopar a long time, and Chevy. I will be changing the oil on it very, very soon. Typically on these cars, when you reach about 500 miles, give or take, you want to go ahead and do its first oil change and not wait. So we will be doing that. But just overall impressions, as I mentioned before in driving the car, it's a very well put together car. It's, you know, it's buttoned up really nice. Everything feels, like, if you turn the steering wheel, I mean, it's just tight. It's on a dime. Like, again, it's a track car, right? And you expect this from Ford, right? You expect this, that when you're buying a car like this, that the car will handle the way it's supposed to handle. So, you know, it's kind of like a gimme, but at the same time, you know, I have been in cars where it's not a gimme. You expect it, and it's like, yeah, it's great, but it's not. You know, I'm going to tell you right now, the best comparison is this car, to me, feels extremely similar to my Camaro ZL1 with the 1LE package in regards to when it comes to handling, which again makes sense because these cars are designed for the track. And The other thing that's pretty neat around this car, and you know, again, I was talking to a buddy of mine that actually races cars. Like, this is his side hustle, if you want to call it, or his hobby. Like, he literally is a professional race car driver. And I had told him, I said, you know what, this car feels very different than Chevy. 10-speed automatic, as I mentioned before. Both Ford and GM co-developed this transmission. But I was telling him that, you know, I've taken it out for a spin. I'm like, just the transmission on this car is just, it's very different than that on GM's transmission. And I think it has to do with several things that he mentioned. And again, you guys keep me honest around this. So not only did Ford tune the transmission on this car differently, one second. So not only did Ford make the tuning differently on the car, but I think the gearing is a little bit different potentially on the differential. Is that something that Ford has also done? Because I'm going to tell you, even though they co-developed the transmission, it feels so different on the Pony. I mean, the gears on this car are just locked. I mean, I'm not going to call it PDK, right? For sure, it's not Porsche. And of course, it's not the GT500 transmission, but it's a very quick shifting transmission. And it really changes the game on the car, the way it feels, specifically when you're gunning her, right? And so there also is a story and an article out there, again, keep me honest here, please comment down below, that this car supposedly, allegedly, does better than the GT350 on the track. And when I say track, I'm talking about through the courses, not, you know, full, you know, 0 to 60 or the quarter mile. We all know the GT500 has more power, has a better transmission. It would destroy this car. I'm talking around on the roundabouts, the actual track, right? That supposedly this car does extremely well and keeps up with the GT350. And actually, I think even beats the GT350 around handling, which is pretty crazy, because to be fair to Ford, they did go to the parts bin. We all know this. And what they did is they said, we're going to take a little bit of the ingredients from the GT350. We're going to take a little bit of the ingredients from the GT500. And we're going to come up with the Mach 1 for this year, which is for 2022, actually 2021. The other thing that I noticed on the window sticker, and some of you Mach 1 fanatics might not know this, or you might, but for 2021, the Mach 1 actually had 480 horsepower. And for 2022, the car actually lost power. It lost 10 horsepower. Same torque, but it's actually 470 instead of 480. I don't know if it's much of a difference. Allegedly, the reason they did this was because there was some EPA discovery or restrictions. And so Ford had to adjust, you know, their horsepower to meet EPA standards. Comment down below. Is it a deal breaker for me? No. You know, could it be a deal breaker for some people? Probably. But is 10 HP really going to make a big difference? I don't think so, guys. The other thing I've noticed with the car is this color combination with the track handling package. It's extremely rare right now, and I know how fortunate I am to not only have had the opportunity to buy this car when I was actually looking for a GT500. This one pretty much landed on my lap. I got it at sticker. Again, some of you guys have been following the vlog. It was not only be able to get it sticker, but it's just a color combination is extremely rare right now. And I challenge you guys to go out there and actually find a Mach 1 2022 with the actual handling package in eruption green. And I think you're gonna be pleasantly surprised. You might find a handful of those in Auto Trader, Car Gurus, Autolist, you name it. So I believe that this eruption green with the handling package it's going to be a very rare combination for the Mach 1, specifically because this color is new. Ford is barely releasing these cars. So right now it is rare. Could Ford start to make more of this color and track handling combination in the coming months? Absolutely. But I'm telling you right now, you guys, if you're interested and you're thinking about ordering, you better start ordering before those allocations are out, and you will not be able to get this car with the handling package. I am enjoying her. You know, I haven't been driving her much. She drives extremely well. Ford did a fantastic job with the car. You know, I'm not about, you know, I'm not biased to Dodge. I'm not biased to Chevy. I just like cars, right? And so I know we have a lot of people that are super, you know, evangelist for specific brands. I'm not that guy. Now, to be fair, I have owned Chevy for many, many, many years. That's been my primary go-to car, and I think it has to do with my upbringing, and that was very influential. I'm sure it's the same for Ford guys and Mopar guys. You know, if you had somebody as a kid, your dad or father figure growing up that was very influential, you know, they kind of influenced the brand at an early age, and so you knew no different. I would call that was a little bit of me, specifically with GM cars, but I moved past that many, many, many years ago when I started dabbling in Mopar and so on and so forth, right? And so now I have a Mustang. What's pretty incredible, there's two cars I've never owned, and I've owned a lot of cars. And if you guys goes to the channel, you'll see, and there's a lot of cars that prior to me creating this YouTube channel, I never posted on. But I've never owned a pony. You know, I'm about to be 44 years old, and I've never owned a Ford Mustang all these years. And I'm being honest, I am kind of pinching myself as to why did I do that to myself. But maybe my timing was perfect, and I'm owning a car at the right time, because I'm pretty impressed with the pony. I mean, it is a very impressive car. And again, Ford, and kudos to those guys, they did a fantastic job with this car. It's fantastic. But the other car I've never owned is a Corvette, which is kind of incredible. Being a car guy, you might hit the checkbox, right? Maybe once in your life to say I've owned a Corvette. Though again, I'm also aware that again, we have a lot of brand evangelists that will never cross that line. That's it, guys. I wanted to keep you guys posted. We'll chat more. Please continue to subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notification buttons, and let me get back into the house because this rain is looking pretty bad. Peace.